But it might not good enough for you, Shinka.
Where did that come from?
Did you remember?
The continuation. It was just a big pause in it, so I wasn't thinking about it. Well, I didn't know who was in the party. I just joined up. Discord, I don't know. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, Discord is better than Xbox Live Party, anyways nowadays.
Oh yeah. It's like they haven't made any improvements on that sort of thing in a long time. They were supposed to add like a tournament bracket many years ago. They never did.
What?
Like the dashboard.
Well, yeah. I remember. Shit. Honestly, it was probably when they released the Xbox One. I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but they had like a whole presentation with like the console. It was like from Minecraft, and it was like that whole. It looked like yeah, VR shit.
Oh, HoloLens.
Like 3D, yeah, like something like that. It never came about.
No, that did. You just needed to buy that $3,000 HoloLens bullshit.
Yeah, that's like Apple's new thing. It's like, it's very good. It's awesome. It's only $3,000 something.
Yeah, like that thing is cute, but I'm not gonna drop that much money on the gimmick.
Yeah. I don't understand how VR and all this stuff is still going. People think it was like the next big thing, and it just like clunked so hard. I mean, there's some neat stuff. Like Beat Saber was pretty neat. I remember that before like that shit came out. Another cool one actually that's pretty fun to play in VR is you remember that one again, I think it was like called Super Hot or something like that. Remember, I think
oh yeah,
like,
where everybody just stops running until you do something.
Yeah, that's actually pretty damn cool to play in VR.
Kofi.
Playing, but I think you were playing Diablo, and Kofi is obviously playing a racing game. I don't see. I'm not looking in the party, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, you assumed correct.
You saved my life.
I assume if I have hair or not.
We have to assume that.
I'll show him.
I think the biggest shock in the world would be like if you start growing dreads or something.
Dreads. I am dreading that comment right now. It's 7:13. Do you know where your kids are at?
Yeah, Taco Bell.
I use some Taco Bell.
Getting a chalupa.
The system, there you go. Shoes I really don't want to play. Don't say Diablo.
Did you check out that Exo Primo game?
It looks pretty damn cool. It's like 40 something gigs, so it's one of those where like I don't really want to download it unless someone else does. I mean, I'm trying to. Have you ever heard of that game called Earth Defense Force?
I don't think so.
It's the exact same concept. So essentially, it's like you and a team do missions, and the missions, the Earth Defense Force was basically your soldiers, and you're going up against like giant bugs. They get crazier, really, like,
yeah.
hordes, so you like kill a shit ton of them. It was like a whole thing.
I remember a game that kind of looked like Starship Troopers, the game.
Yep. Very similar to that, but Exoprimal is the same concept. It's made by Capcom. but it's like you're like in these mech suits and stuff. Like not mech like Gundam, giant big robots, but like you're just mech suits. And then like a shit ton of dinosaurs.
You're just killing waves of dinosaurs.
I think that's part of it. Like what I saw online is like, because it's multiplayer, it's like you and your team, but like apparently there's other teams fighting at the same time, and then you gotta beat them. Like you don't fight them or something, but like they're trying to kill waves of dinosaurs, same as you.
There's a
And then I guess,
competition.
like, yeah, and then I guess there's like, I saw something where like, I don't think of like a drop like Battlefield where like one random person can be like a Jedi or something. But I saw something where like someone randomly becomes, you can control like a gigantic like, Triceratops and attack the other team.
That could be cool.
It looks neat. It's crossplay. I just remember I posted it in chat and like, hey, anyone would like look at the Extra Primal? And then Cat was like, bless you. And like, I have no idea what that means. Yeah, most of the games I got downloaded right now, they're all single player games.
Sophie's was trying to get me to play Farming Simulator earlier.
That just sounds like a joke. You sure it was Kofi's? Or was it someone from India?
You're right. You called that one out.
Someone from India.
Have you tried playing Farming Simulator, my friend?
Wow.
Click on this link. Can't say much because I played, it was like last year, but I played with like, funny enough, I played with Disaster and then Snake and then his one homeboy. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's like you're like cleaning shit, like with like pressure washer or washing simulator or what it was.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name again.
I think it's just called the washing simulator.
It might be. I only played it one night. It was like, oh my god, this is mind numbing. A simulator game is Goat Simulator, so you know.
I never understood. Yeah, that game, you don't do anything.
No, but
Yeah, it's just nonsense.
that's a joke on it.
Yeah, that's the whole game. I mean, there's stuff to do, but it's like fun, not, objectives, not anything crazy.
Reminds me of this game that my nephew likes to play whenever he comes over. He knew about Steam, and he was like, when he was checking my Steam library, and he was like, "You don't have Amazing Frog?" And I was like, "What's Amazing Frog?" And he made me buy it. And every time he comes over, he plays Amazing Frog, and it's like a Ghost Simulator, but you play as a Kermit the Frog looking character. But
Oh my god.
but you don't do anything. It's like, or there's no objective. Just run around doing stupid shit.
That reminds. Well, it's definitely not the same thing, but it's like Minecraft. Minecraft is only fun when you play with some friends, and you're just chilling, just honestly, really, it's just chilling. Having a good time is optional. But I remember one time my wife was like, I remember years ago, she was asking me like, "Oh, what's the point of the game?" It's like, you build stuff. Like, okay. That's about it.
Wasn't Minecraft the first survival game? So all the like Ark and everything else is like a clone of Minecraft.
I think so. I think there's survival games before Minecraft. I think Minecraft was like the big one. Like Fortnite put BR on the map. I mean, there was battle royale games before, like PUBG. Fortnite was just the big one. But I mean, Minecraft. It's a survival game. It can be tough. There's a shit ton of stuff you can do in it, but yeah. Game Pass right now. The only reason I'd be willing to try the Exo Primal because it'd be a neat concept, but it's made by Capcom, and I heard that it actually runs great.
Capcom's been on a roll lately.
Yeah, they're doing it. It's good
They're
to
at
see
a weird
Capcom.
crossroads, though.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they had Resident Evil 7, which brought them back, and then they started like hitting out bangers with like remakes of Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, and then Village was good, but then now it's like, I don't know if they should remake 5 and 6. They were definitely low points of the series, and they're not really that great.
Some people want to remake Raccoon City.
Definitely have not heard that
Not
one.
like-
I heard
Raccoon City.
Code Veronica is the one they want to people want them to do next.
Oh, Veronica.
You say what is Code Veronica?
No. I remember Code Veronica.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about it until I was playing the Resident Evil games, and then they were talking about it, and like I didn't really know much about it. I think the only issue, not with Capcom, but I'm starting to see other game developers, they're doing remakes of their
A lot
older
of them,
games.
Yeah. Bandai Namco's doing it with Katamari. 2 of them they did it already with. I'm just like, give me a new Katamari game, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, there was like something else, a couple other ones were doing because the success of nostalgia and shit. But then you got like Square Enix, where they remade Final Fantasy VII and they made it into like some Frankenstein like masturbating simulator where you just press buttons over and over and over again.
It's bad. That game sucks.
I mean, if you're a kid and you don't have much of a brain and you just want to play hack and slash, perfect.
You don't have much of a
But-
brain. Okay.
Well, if you enjoy Final Fantasy what it used to be, you're gonna hate it.
That's not Final Fantasy VII. I don't know what that
Yeah,
is,
it's
but it's Final Fantasy VII. It is not.
Yeah, like 16 came out, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Cool concept. You're not playing some kid. You're actually playing an adult, and then you look at it, and it's like, well, this is our new RPG. And I'm like, mother, it's not an RPG. It's not.
Yep.
You made Devil May Cry. Like, come on.
And that was such a bummer, man, because those trailers look so good.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I mean, like it always brings it back when they're all the new Final Fantasies. Like I played 15 for a little bit and I hated it with a passion, but it's got all the typical elements of Final Fantasy. And it makes me sad that
Like if I wanted to
dead.
play like a Final Fantasy-ish game from Square Enix, it would be Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking game. I gotta get number 2.
like I love turn-based games and stuff like that. Like I did try
Yeah.
Persona, like the new Persona 5.
I can't do
I
it.
actually, I couldn't get into it. I really tried. I couldn't get up. I just hated the whole. Like it held your hand so much, and it's like, all right, I want to go out and just kill some shit. It's like, no, you gotta go to sleep. And go to school the next day.
What? Oh, so it's like a Shenmue kind of.
Yeah, but it's like, I guess the whole concept is like you can go. I can't remember what it was, but it's like people's minds, like bad guys. But it's so on rails. It's freaking frustrating. It's like, okay, well, I want to get this done today. Well, you can only do one thing, and then it gets nighttime, and then you're forced to go to bed. But people absolutely love that game. It's like I can see why, but
I couldn't get into it because it's another little kid game. Like you play as a middle school kid, right, or something.
high school. It's not. Oh, well, I can say one thing though. It's definitely not a little kid game. Like literally, the first big bad guy you have is his whole thing is like torturing like school kids in his gym class, like psychological and everything. So it's definitely not for kids. But it looks kiddish. It's very cartoony. It reminds me of like a mom brought their kid into Sausage Party in the theaters. Looks
Oh.
cute, but it's not.
That movie was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Play Sausage.
Like I actually went back and played Final Fantasy X, and then 12 again. I really am trying to beat 9. It's so bad that all the new graphics kind of hurt it for me. Like, do you guys remember that? Did you play or do you know that game called Divinity Original Sin 2?
Yeah.
No.
Like, Larian Studios, that's the guys who made it. They got the Dungeons and Dragons license, and that's at Baldur's Gate 3 that's coming out in a couple weeks for PC, and then like a month and some change for PS5. It's apparently getting the Elden Ring thing about it, where literal RPG developers are like actually prominent ones are coming out and saying like, hey, you know, not all games are like this. They don't have the resources to like. Apparently, there's so much detail and content that it's like putting almost all RPGs to shame. But it's CRPG, top-down, turn-based.
Isn't that like tactics?
Yeah, to some extent. Well, no, I guess it is like like tactics. I mean, like you're looking down, like on a field, so basically it's like it's all turns. So like, you have
Is it
one
like
character
XCOM?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good way of describing it. But there's a monumental amount of content. Like there's all kinds of random stuff like you can do. Excuse me. I remember Divinity. You can go into a fight. Like I actually bought it again on my Switch, just because. And like there, you can go into a fight and it basically be like it's like your turn and like you have a teleportation spell and then like you could teleport like a random box or like a rock or something, like drop it over like an enemy's head and kill them that way, or just teleport them half across like the battlefield. Or you could talk your way out of the fight.
Everything must die.
Oh no, I'm the same way. Another one cool thing about that was the fact that it's actually 4-player co-op. But funny enough, Baldur's Gate 3 is like this huge game coming out, but it's coming on the Xbox too. But it's not coming out at the same time as PlayStation because they're having trouble getting it to work on the Xbox Series S. So Microsoft has that mandate: if you release a game on the Series, it has to be on both. So it's like on an indefinite hold right now. I guess I can't get the co-op to work.
They shot themselves in the leg with the Series
Yeah,
S.
it's like I want to play Baldur's Gate 3 so bad, but then it was like just drop the Series S requirement, like drop it. It's so weak, and then like there's that rumors of PlayStation come out with a Pro console like next year.
Yeah, it's a rumor for both. Both are gonna have like a Pro
I
console.
wonder how they could upgrade. I mean, I there is room for upgrade, but I wonder what they're gonna do.
Incremental. I mean, like search up PlayStation 5 Pro. Like they have some stats on it, and it's basically like the processing power is like double. It's like AMD this or AMD that, and it's like the RAM is like goes up by like 4 or 5 gigabyte. I don't know. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm
because
assuming that it's powerful because I don't know that shit.
like when those two consoles came out, they were not top of the line, like spec wise at all compared to a PC.
Yeah, like PC's always gonna. Yeah, I mean, look at the graphics cards. They like released like 4 gigantic leaps of graphics cards on top of each other like within the last like 4 years. I feel like every time I looked at the news, it was like it's the new like NVIDIA like 665 like 1000X blah 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 up your butt like you know that
Yeah.
shit keeps coming out. For
Up your butt version?
$3,000. I mean, you gotta like
I want
throw
that.
yourself out there to pay for it.
I want the up your butt version.
Whoa.
That's why anyone like saying like, oh, Shanky, you should get a PC, and I was like, there is no way in hell that I would have the money to throw down for a PC that would be good enough to like actually run like decent games. That and having a kid kind of throws a wrench in it.
That's not true. You get a decent PC. It doesn't have to be top of the line.
Yeah,
And I bet you it'll run things better than an Xbox does.
true. Funny enough, the only games I play on the PC, if I actually played real like the full games, I play on an Xbox. On the PC, I play like all. I get all my RTSs. Total War games, Crusader Kings. I get all the good ones.
Total War Warhammer is one that I always wanted to get into.
Yeah. I've always wanted to play it.
It's weird though.
Total War was like no shit back in the day.
Yeah, it's weird that on the Xbox they have Total War Warhammer 3, but they never added like 1 and 2. Like I get it, 3 was just coming out, but like also add 1 and 2. Because who the fuck wants to start a story on a third one? You're not gonna know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I can't remember what the story is in like Warhammer, because you have Warhammer and then you have Warhammer 40k. 40k story is there's no like from like point A to point Z. It's very confusing and then not confusing and then it gets more confusing. But Warhammer, like the fantasy one, I think there's like a cohesive story. I'm not really too sure.
Is 40k the space version?
Yeah, it's a space version.
And is a 40k like the year? Like, is the year 40,000 or whatever?
Yeah. So I still keep up with the whole shit ton because I used to play the tabletop. That's where it came from. So I still keep up with like lore and shit. Because they're always it's always adding new stuff like every week. But yeah, it's like in the year like 41,000 right now or something like that. So it's the entire galaxy. But it's everything you think of. Humans are there. You have space elves, space orcs.
It's still a
like
fantasy,
mid-race.
but it's just like a sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it though. Like Henry Cavill,
Mm-hmm.
he's obsessed with 40k. He actually, I guess he's so obsessed with it that he made a deal with Amazon to do that he has like sole creative or blah 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 to do a show 40k.
I can't wait. 'Cause I always wanted to get into 40k, but I never found like a nice jumping off point.
See, the only bad thing about 40k, I mean, I guess content-wise, like a show would be pretty good, but like, there's like no way of like, like I said, the story, there's no like point of view from like, mostly just humans, but like there's all kinds of shit, so it's really hard to kind of get a story.
Maybe each season would be a different faction. That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's that new Space Marine 2 that's coming out, and it looks badass as hell. Like, look at this description of Exoprimal. It's like straight out of the 90s and early 2000s games. Exoprimal is an online team-based action game that pits humanity's cutting-edge exosuit technology against dinosaurs. It's like, oh my god.
That does sound kind of cool.
Neighbor 2 came out. Man.
What came out?
Hello Neighbor 2.
Hmm.
I couldn't even like describe the game that well. It's just finding. Yeah, I can't do it. You have to Google it. I think I played the first one briefly when it was on Game Pass.
That was that the guy chases you around the house.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Like a horror survival game.
Yep.
That wasn't that hard.
Yeah, it's like the concept's kind of hard. I mean, yeah, I guess horror survival. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I can't remember like what exactly the whole point of it though. I think you're just.
I think you're in his house. And I forget why you're in there, but I think he did something, and you as a player are trying to find out what it was, or the art style looks too Nickelodeon cartoon like to me, and that's what turned me off.
Like, it's good gameplay. It's not too bad, but
Is well, maybe not. I was gonna ask if Baldur's Gate's crossplay. Maybe not if they're having that Xbox version thing.
look it up real quick. It's not crossplay.
It's not.
Nope.
That stinks.
I had to look up like the trailers for it and other stuff. I mean, there's so much, like, I guess there's so much going on at the while you play the game. Like, it's so filled with content and shit like that. Probably like their reason why they don't go crossplay. Trying to keep it more in the same line in the system. They were talking about the character creation, and apparently it's the most extensive character creation ever.
This game sounds so.
It's D&D.
But it sounds like it's so in depth.
Yeah.
Sounds like it took 20 years to make it.
I think they started making it like 4 years ago, and apparently they Larian Studios, they were like they put out like a beta or like a
Early access.
Alpha. Yeah, they did early access, but then they were only doing like Act 1, and then they were like apparently they were really good at having player feedback, so they built it off like player feedback as they were making the game, and this is the full release. I mean, their other game that's just like is Divinity Original Sin 2 and shit. Like, that game is one of my favorite of all time, and it's a great game. It's just turn-based, top-down, like CRPG shit like that. It's not for everyone. It comes out on PC. They moved it up a month. It comes out on August 6th, I think. PS5 is like in September. I just thought it was funny because it was like it was like developers from like Bethesda, and then there was like one from Microsoft, and then like there was like another one from, it wasn't Ubisoft, it was like a Japanese developer, and they were coming out and saying like, it's like, guys, don't get your hopes up, this game is an anomaly. Not all RPG, they literally said like not all RPGs are going to be like this one.
My brother was telling me that there's like 2 million lines of dialogue or something.
Yeah, it's.
And when you think about it, that's insane because Skyrim had 60,000 lines of text or dialogue or something like that. And everybody talks in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And that's only 60,000. I mean, only, right?
Yeah.
And then Baldur's Gate is supposed to have 2 million.
It's like in Divinity, like I always compare it because it's the same developer. Like in Act 1, like you can go in there and essentially, and you can do it all the acts. Like you can do quests, but then if you wanted to, you can kill everyone, like annihilate everyone, and then if you wanted to get experience and all kinds of other shit, like it was a lot of like play what you can do. I just remember like they were doing like the reveal for stuff that can happen in Baldur's Gate 3, and then they're like, yeah, if one of your companions is like a werebear or a druid and they're in bear form, like you can have sex with them. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I just know Divinity was very hard. But those games are not if you do like a mission, you go right into like a turn-based fight. Like you could wander around the entire world, and then when you go into a fight, then it goes to like battle mode, and then it's like turn-based.
Ranked at and rated R.
Yeah, fucking hold up. Cyberpunk. Do something right now.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I
Rebought it like a year or two ago when they finally made it like 60 frames and they were like getting all the stuff fixed in it. I just could never beat it. Do like incremental quests and then I stop for a while.
Oh shit. Yeah, I follow this page on Instagram called Kids Getting Hurt. I'm gonna share this video on Discord. Yeah. It's just like it's fucked up stuff, but it's like it's funny at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely like concept like, you know, like if they're hurting themselves by accident, then yeah, it's hilarious.
I'm gonna drop a link to it in the videos channel.
And whether, man, for RPGs, we're eating pretty good for RPGs this year. I mean, Cyberpunk being fixed, and they have their massive expansion coming out in a couple months, and then Starfield, and then Baldur's Gate. There's quite a bit.
Final Fantasy, Diablo came out in June. Elder Scrolls dropped an expansion. I think there's an expansion to Fallout 76 coming out soon if it didn't come out already. He says Starfield. There's Baldur's Gate. There's Cyberpunk expansion. There's a bunch of RPGs.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since we had this many.
It's like 2023 is what 2020 should have been. with the launch of those
Yeah.
consoles. Then new
Guess you're
Assassin's
getting it
Creed.
now than never.
Hmm?
Guess you're getting it now than never.
Well,
yeah.
Also, like 2020, I think it's 2028, the end of this console life cycle.
That's what they. Oh yeah. In the year with the FTC Xbox, basically, I don't know if it's accidental or whatever, but they did say like new consoles will be coming. But then, yeah, this is like 2028. It was about that time, which makes sense. I mean, what was it, 2021 or 2020 when the Series X and PS5 came out?
2020.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Because remember, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 was like 2012, 2013. And then that was like 2005, 2006 when Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 came out.
Yeah.
It's a good time frame. It seems so far away, and it seems like the Series X and PlayStation's been around for so long already, but the pandemic was a whole thing. I won't lie though, if PlayStation does come out with a PS5 Pro next year, and if Xbox doesn't, I'll probably get a PlayStation 5 Pro, depending on the price, just so I can play PS5 games.
I mean, there's really nothing on PS5 that I won't want to really play other than Gran Turismo. There's nothing on PS5 that I can't wait 2-3 years and get it on Steam. Like God of War,
Traveler.
Octopath Traveler.
Switch. Best way to play that's on Nintendo Switch.
It's on PC too.
Well, yeah.
Are you sure the best way to play on PC on Nintendo Switch?
Look, ever since I've been a kid and I don't have the TV and we're watching TV and shit, I've been on my Switch a lot. And then I downloaded Final Fantasy 9, 10, and 12 on it. Divinity. Shit. It is nice to play handheld.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done it. Personally, I can't really bring handhelds out here because New York, it'll get robbed. So I'm just not fucking with it.
Well, that's your fault for living there.
Yeah. There you go,
It's
Feast.
my fault for living there.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there, bro.
I gotta. Motherfuckers will take your husbands, your wives, your kids.
You live in New York City proper, or you just like in New York?
New York City. Well, Bronx.
Ugh.
Not boroughs.
I
so
mean,
it's
nice.
He's a
Well, New York City's going back to the 1980s New York City, where it's like, you know, fun time, crime time.
fun time for crime time.
Just the crime in New York City is like going up exponentially.
Don't pull your punches, Shanka. Tell him how it is.
Yeah, let me live at Goris. Let me give him a call. Like, hello, Goris, it's me, Capiz.
Again, I was born and raised in New York City, and I'll never live there again. They turned that city into a shithole.
Sounds like you're having a good time in Pennsylvania now.
I did drive through New York City once. I'll never do it
But
again.
much better than New York.
New York's a weird state. It's like you have like it's not super liberal, but
Oh, it is. It is.
It
well,
is
New York
liberal.
City. And then you go to upstate New York, and it's like, ooh, this is like Alabama.
Yeah, I don't want to go upstate. No fucking
Yeah, we had a
way.
friend who lived in like Boston Spa or something like that, up near Albany. And
Go-
it was like, oh my god.
Gafis is super liberal. Gafis used to have blue hair, and he dyed it so much that it fell off.
Motherfucker.
Bunch of tracks.
Where's your evidence?
I mean, you burned all the evidence.
You can't burn evidence, bro.
Yeah, you can.
I don't even know how to make a fire.
What?
It's pretty bad.
City boy. City boy doesn't know how to make a fire.
God damn, man. I was in Boy Scouts like 20 something years ago, and I know how to make fire. Like what you do is you get some dry leaves, and then you get a lighter. And there you go.
What if you don't have a lighter?
You die.
Pretty
You rub
much.
sticks. You rub sticks. Sticks in a rock. Create the heat.
Gen Z out there, and it's like, is there DoorDash? And like, nope. Ah, we're dead.
And then you're like, is that a fucking bear? Oh
Is that
shit.
a bear, bro?
It's a fucking bear.
It's like, you better be vegan. That's racist, bro.
Oh, bro.
But there's
Don't
gotta be
do
a
it like
TV
that.
show out there. Oh wait, no, I think there actually was a TV show. They took a bunch of like teenagers, and like Gen Z. It was a couple years ago. It was like a reality show. They put them, they put them out the fucking woods. It's so bad.
Probably like a park or something, like a really big park.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't want to risk like one of those dumbass kids getting like mauled by a cougar or a fucking bear or some shit, or stepped on by a big ass deer.
No, a squirrel.
Gold. So.
So, or is like the new season? You guys had to restart, like have new characters, or you had to restart?
You had to create a new character that started from zero.
What happened to your old character?
It's still there. You just can't you can't use that character in the season because it has to be a new character, or it has to be a seasonal character. And your old character isn't a seasonal character.
The Diablo phone was really fun. I started disliking doing dungeons over and over again just to get loot.
How would you rather get loot?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like once you beat I'm like normally my process is like you beat the game, like you're kind of done. You do some things afterwards for a little bit, and that's about it. But I've never really been like the go back and play Diablo. Like played Diablo for a long time, over and over again.
Oh, I got you. No, and that's what I was telling Ice. Like Diablo, they put a lot of marketing dollars behind it, and he was thinking about getting it, and I was like, bro, Diablo's not for everybody. Like, don't let the marketing machine make you spend $70 on a game you're not gonna like.
The only reason I played it is because I was gifted a copy, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I beat the campaign. I got like level 60 something. I mean, I had fun. I was like, yeah, I just don't really want to get on, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, get on, like, get a little better gear and stuff.
PC recording was fucking crisp. Jesus Christ.
I'll show you a crisp.
You wanna see crisp? Check out my latest video. That shit's crisp.
The Kofi's,
Super duper.
give Shanka a breakdown of the scheme we came up with earlier.
Scheme.
Yeah, how we're gonna make you the next big thing on YouTube.
Ah, yes. He plans to dress me up as an 80s racing character. With fucking blonde hair as a wig and a fucking jacket.
Varsity jacket.
Then with some racing shades or whatever they use in the 80s.
It's genius.
You trying to do like a Dr. Disrespect kind of thing?
Yep.
But I don't really want to bite off him. That's the thing.
Or instead of being like a California blonde hair, we can go full racing mode and make you 80s Tom Petty with a denim jacket
Yeah.
instead of a varsity jacket. It's
Switch
genius.
it more and do like NASCAR from like the 70s.
Yes.
like a cowboy hat with some big ass sideburns. You got yourself a handlebar mustache. Get some Budweiser.
Some
I don't know.
Marlboro
I
smokes.
I can't be like that, bro. Hell no. Sponsored by Marlboro.
Bro, I'll do it.
I get sponsored for cigarettes. I don't even smoke.
Cigarillos?
Sponsored for Red Bull. Yeah, I
It
don't
would be
even fucking
cigarettes. It
drink.
would be e-cigs or
No,
what
the
the kids do. They vape.
the cigarette candy when you puff on it and like a little cloud of smoke comes out. Is that candy cigarettes?
Yeah, they're the candy sticks. I don't even know if they had a brand back in the day. I remember those.
And you blow on them and the powder comes out, and then it's actually like gum. Like the cigarette was chewable.
It's let's just say it's safe for kids.
Cigarettes for
Nowadays,
kids.
Like, anything's bad. That one thing, Kobe's, man, you're brave though. Being a white guy in like a liberal city, oof.
He's the asshole because he's white.
I am the, well, I'm the minority.
Yeah.
That one. Not to
Whoa,
be
whoa, whoa.
You know, racist or anything like that, but you know, I am the minority now. It's not, you know, like what it used to be back in New York. It used to be, you know, Italian and everything like that. Everything has changed.
Back in the day, everybody was cool. Now everybody's so fucking like sensitive about race over nothing. Like,
I mean, if you truly think about it, white people, black people, I mean, Hispanic, I mean, we're all minorities when you compare us to 3/4 of the population in Asia.
It's true if you're talking worldwide, but if you're talking just
Well,
a certain section,
Yeah. Statistical, I mean, yeah. I can't remember. I think India overtook China recently. Had
as the most
people.
populated, really.
Yeah, I think so. It was very recent. Either that or they're very close.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, India does have a ton of people.
Dude,
Like,
like
I don't
China's
mind-
actually, their population's on decline.
With China's?
One child policy. Yeah. It actually
One
wrecked
child
them.
or two. They
Well,
did
they
increase
ended
it
one
too.
child policy like 10 years ago, but I think they predicted that China's actually going to be losing like their population is going to go down by like 500,000 in like the next like 20 years.
$500,000 in how long?
Couple decades. I mean, I'm spouting random shit, so you had to kind of like Google it to kind of get a confirmation.
What if I don't know how to Google? I only know how to Bing.
Only knows how to Bing. She Bing. She Bing.
Google's for nerds. Everybody knows all the cool kids use Bing.
Bing, 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 bing. Show you how to Bing.
And she does Bing.
Yeah.
That should be a pickup line. Hey baby, you know how to Bing?
Bing.
You wanna come over to my place and so we can Bing?
Then we go on the internet and start Binging. This is not what I wanted. I don't care. We're Binging tonight. And she says, I'm leaving. Okay, fuck you. I'm gonna.
I'll Bing by myself.
I'm Binging by myself. Ungrateful ladies. Want to have a good time.
Yo baby, you wanna Bing?
I'll show you how to Bing.
I'll show you how to Bing, baby girl.
Clean up my room right now. Make it look good.
Or
Do you still you still talk to Disaster and all them?
Disaster? Not really. But Cat, I do. I talk to Cat.
I think we all talk to Gag, especially on in Discord.
Yeah. I usually give her
I
a
haven't talked
call
to Dizzy in a while.
every 2 or 3 days to see how she's doing. Dizzy's just probably busy on her own,
Really?
doing her own thing.
she's gonna get married soon, right?
I think so. I haven't heard much. They've been kind of quiet.
Probably planning all that shit.
Yeah, it takes time.
Okay, you give Cat a call like every couple days.
Yeah, we usually just chat. It's fun.
Go feast you dog.
Nah, I'm not going after her like that.
Uh-huh.
I really don't.
Doesn't insinuate that at all.
No, no.
I knew you was a dog, but I didn't think you were that much of a dog.
Nah.
Animal.
I'm always
Go feast is the new DMX.
Bald Chihuahua.
He's a new. Instead of a pit bull, it's a French poodle.
You can see my balls behind.
Not for nothing, I heard French poodles are vicious.
They are, man. That's like Dalmatians. It's like a horrible thing they did back in the day with like the 101 Dalmatians. It's like they come out and say like, don't buy a Dalmatian for your kid.
Yup.
Is
They
it
are very
Dalmatian
mean.
that bad?
Yeah, they're very mean.
Really?
Well, they're not good with kids at all.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's Dalmatians are basically like some sort of like freak lab. It's not black, it's not white.
A golden lab. I love those dogs. Too bad mine passed away.
You had a lab?
Yeah. Beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Very friendly. Had it for like 15, 16 years, which is pretty good. He was a happy doggy.
Yeah. All puppies are great. That's why I like to troll Cat and Pat with that dogs are better channel in Discord.
Oh, I should do that as well.
Dogs are better.
Dogs, yeah. I agree wholeheartedly.
But I share all kinds of things in there, like bird content, cat content. Usually it's
I
like
know, nice bird.
cats getting messed with, or cats doing fucked up shit, and then I call them evil. Cats are fucking evil, the spawn of Satan.
They are. they fucking are. What the fuck? There's no question about that. They are evil.
Definitely not nice.
Nope.
Scratch your eyes out. Like, what the fuck?
Like a little fucking turd.
Bro, my aunt
Cat will eat you.
my aunt had this male cat that when he was hungry he would like rub himself on her legs, and if she didn't prepare his food fast enough, he would claw the shit out of her legs. I saw this cat do this one time and I got so mad I wanted to grab the fucking cat and choke the shit out of it.
You're gonna learn respect today, you little fuck.
Little prick.
Oh, no.
Dog would just look sad. They're hungry.
Yeah, dog would just lay down and stare at you. Like, oh, I guess
They get what they want.
I guess I'll eat later.
I guess I'll starve to death.
But a cat will claw the shit out of your legs.
Cook that fucking cat, bro. Be my fucking meal.
Barbecue?
It's like these Chinese people, they love cooking cat and dogs, so I'll be like, yep.
That's racist.
All right, liberal.
I'm gonna dye my hair blue. So I have blue, half green. And I'm gonna go to the tattoo parlor and just scroll through their book and just pick out a tattoo out of their book and get a tattoo on my arm, and my arm's gonna look like a sticker book. There's a bunch of random shit on my arms. So those are my tattoos. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
The blue hair weirdos, you get a bunch of random tattoos and none of them go together.
I don't see that often here.
Bro.
Well, more like Seattle, Portland. Those kind of like hipster liberals are very common
I
like
don't
that.
see hipsters here. Nope.
You don't see hipsters there? Bro, New York is the mecca of hipsters.
Yeah, but I'm not in Manhattan.
That was Portland.
I'm in the Bronx, bro. I see Spanish and black everywhere. Can't tell me I see hipsters.
That's true. Handsome son.
I don't think many Spanish and black people in the Bronx. So it's just like it doesn't work. Yeah. They might be liberal, but they're not hipsters.
You gotta go to Brooklyn to find the hipsters.
Or
Give me
somewhere in
hipsters they
Manhattan.
want to be.
Somewhere in Manhattan.
Or, yeah, Manhattan for sure. Queens
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
Queens, man, yeah. Oh, I got my, I just found my shirt. It says banned for leveling up too fast, and all I got was a shirt, and it has my Forza Horizon 5 ban mess. It says from Forza community team, duration.
Oh,
5,100 at
dude.
an hour.
I was watching a video of a guy talking about all things wrong with Forza Horizon 5. And he brought up, he had a clip. I don't know who was doing the live stream, but this guy was literally cheating, like using some sort of cheats to always win every race. And the
In Horizon?
yeah, and the community manager was okay with the guy cheating in the races, but he had an issue when the guy said that he was playing offline and he was using his hacks to get money or credits.
Oh, yeah.
So cheating offline, bad. Cheating in a race online, it's okay.
That's so busted.
I was like, what?
Insanity, the Gorse.
I'm done with Horizon.
Motherfucker, you said you've been done. It's like,
Yeah, since 4, and I try to give 5 a chance, but 5 is just such a more of the nonsense that 4 brought up, and it was also an unfinished game at launch. I'm done with Horizon, bro.
fuck games unfinished nowadays.
Horizon, when I downloaded it one time, played it, and realized it was a racing game.
You thought it was the PlayStation Horizon?
It was like one night. I think it was like everyone was playing it, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." And I was like, "Oh my, it's just
It's a car game. No.
yeah." It's like, what the fuck is like? Give me a Twisted Metal. I'll be down for that. That's a good car game.
That's the next thing they're gonna ruin.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah. I saw the trailers for it, and I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? Looks like a comedy."
Yep. They got fucking Sweet Tooth singing the thong song. I'm like, come on.
Not only that, it looks like an adventure show. It's like, it's just people killing each other.
That's not what Twisted Metal is, bro. Like, these guys don't run into each other until they're competing against each other.
Yeah.
And everybody's got a reason.
Try, but
I won't. Basura. Say it with me, Kofis. Basura.
Basura. My good Spanglish.
It's like, what was that kind of adventure, kind of fighting game, Asura? Where the guy kind of looked like Akuma.
Like forearms. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, so are you eating something, or are you like?
No, I'm trying to dig out something out of the cup.
Whoa.
Screws and shit.
Are you using your finger?
Yeah.
It's honest.
Stick a finger in there, go feast.
See if it smiles back.
Yeah, like more of those. Oh, shit. Just watching the melee tournament.
Tournament.
Yeah.
Smash
Bros.
Melee as in Smash Bros?
Yeah. On Twitch, big one, Gommel 2023.
Take a shot every
It's
time you
punishment.
see someone that's overweight.
Well, these two are not, so we're good.
Is one invasion.
Nope. Both look white. Damn. Well, one Spanish, like light skin Spanish though.
El Blanco?
El Pollo.
El Pollo Loco?
El Pollo Loco.
He was on the Four Locos.
Drinking Four Locos.
They actually have a restaurant chain out west called Pollo Loco.
Chicken's crazy.
Crazy chicken.
Probably good as fuck too.
I didn't try it. I'm not big on chicken.
I like chicken.
Flash is already rentable.
What is?
The new Flash movie. Even the Transformers one too is like you can rent it. Girl, $20 to rent it. So I wouldn't really call it rentable, but still.
It's supposed to. Well, Flash is a month old now. Supposed like in another 15 days is when it's supposed to be rentable.
It's rentable now. It's just that you instead of paying like $5 like digital, like on hypothetically Microsoft Store, it's $19.99. So it's like the early release rentable.
I've never actually rented one of those movies from those services.
So they all did bad. I had a few friends when they go see Flash, and it's like one of the worst movies I ever saw.
Yep.
Flash, really. Could be
I'm
fucking
so
up all these
dumbfounded
movies,
that
huh?
Yeah, I'm so dumbfounded they kept Ezra Miller in it. How did they not know it was gonna fail hard?
Well, they filmed that movie and then he started doing all this crazy shit, like choking people and identity theft and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So after the movie, after they wrapped up filming is when he went a little crazy. So because they spent so much money on it, they had no choice. Otherwise, they would have lost like I think the production cost was like 420 million or some shit like that.
Insane. I know they lost like $200 million, something like that. I mean, it's like Disney's gonna have like a shitstorm on their hand if the hell is his name? The guy who plays Kang.
Majors. Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Yeah.
I thought he got cleared.
I don't. He's like accused, and then like she cleared, and then like there's something else, and it's like I don't know. It's like always something. I just saw the Ant-Man movie. I hated. I didn't hate it, but it was like. It was
Oh, I hated it. It was terrible.
They really wanted to make it. What's that?
Like a lot of shit's bad as of late. Nothing good as what it used
Well, I
to be.
saw. I went with my dad and my brother. We saw Oppenheimer. That was actually a damn good movie. We saw it today.
Ooh,
I
nice.
actually watched a documentary yesterday about it. A 20-minute
Yeah.
documentary.
My, not a criticism, but something that was kind of funny. But Florence Pugh was in the movie. Every single scene that she was in, like, not this is ruining anything, obviously, but like just showing her tits, every scene.
Really? Florence
Yeah.
Pugh? Who's that?
Did you see the Black Widow movie?
Oh, she's the new Black Widow.
Yeah, Yelena, whatever her name is. Yeah, that's her.
She was so annoying.
Yeah.
Wait, so she's showing her tits?
Now he's
Yeah.
interested.
No, because if she's still the new Black Widow, I don't know how Disney's gonna be cool with that.
Before in like another movie or something like that a couple years ago.
Unless they canceled that already. they're gonna bring back Charlotte Johansson. It's like, hey, I know we killed you in the movies. We killed off your character, but we kind of need you to come back and rescue this shit.
I think Marvel was a big mistake doing like the multiverse.
Oh
saga
yeah.
as the next big one. It's just like I don't read the comics, but I know enough, and their movies are so confusing. Like it's like, I mean, it's not confusing like in a bad way, but it's like, oh my god.
I hope that with this Kang trilogy or whatever saga, they just end that shit and go back to like normal storytelling.
I'm pretty sure they will.
'Cause
Actually, the only multiverse one I'm actually excited is Deadpool 3.
I hope it's good,
I hope it is too.
but
I mean,
Disney
Ryan
doesn't have a
Reynolds
good.
fantastic,
Yeah, Disney doesn't have a good track record.
but no, I mean it's still rated R. So unless they come back on that.
It's probably gonna be rated R because of language. They're probably gonna drop an F-bomb, or because they dropped multiple F-bombs, that's what's gonna make it into a rated R.
Well, I mean, Ryan Reynolds even came out and said he wouldn't do it unless they kept the violence.
I've seen some rated R movies that weren't really rated. They should have been a PG-13.
Remember, Disney Plus had that Werewolf by Night TV show, and that had a bunch of gore in it. That was Marvel.
How was that? Was that any good?
Yeah, it wasn't even it wasn't a TV show. It was like a mini movie, and it was pretty good.
Cause
Like Marvel's Man Thing in it, like their version of Swamp Thing.
yeah, what was that show with Oscar Isaac? Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
That looked so good in the trailers, and then I watched the show. Only episode 1 was okay. Everything else is so fucking bad.
Yeah. It wasn't as bad as some of the other shows. I couldn't get past the first episode of She-Hulk. Or the first episode of Miss Marvel.
I didn't bother with either one of those. And I'm not gonna bother with the new Sam Jackson one either.
Same here. I like Marvel, but I don't really like the whole like espionage, intrigue, and all this other shit. And I'm like, okay.
That was cool when they did it in the second Captain America movie.
Yeah.
That was more of a spy movie.
Just not as interested in like the characters. It's Secret Invasion, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that has like aliens and who's really an alien and who's not. That's fucking lame.
Yeah. It dilutes like the multiverse thing just dilutes a lot of stuff, and I'm like you were saying, like I'm done with it. I want them to be done. thinking about playing something, but I'm just kind of just chilling right now. Got too many games to play. Not enough energy.
Yeah. You know what it is also? Knowing that Starfield is right around the corner. I can't get excited over anything else other than that until that comes out.
Yeah, that's true. My big worry is because I'm on console and stuff. I'm really curious how like the 30 frames is gonna work.
Bro, I think you're not even gonna notice it.
That's what I'm hoping. I think like, cause okay, so like Jedi Survivor when it came out, they had like, you know, frame rate, or I can't remember what it's called. Basically, they had the mode for frame rate, or they had like quality.
Performance,
And then,
yeah.
like, yeah, the frame rate dipped so dramatically when it first came out. It was very difficult to play. So they're like, "Oh, play in quality. It's like lock 30 frames." And then you play it on like quality, and it's like, it is so fucking hard to go from 60 frames to 30. It's so incredibly noticeable. But if they do it right off the bat, it may not be that bad. Bethesda games, they're not really known for like fast pace.
Right. And then you're gonna be in space, and when you're traveling in space, it's gonna be slow anyway. So it's not like there's not gonna be any twitch movement that you're gonna need.
I'm hoping.
It's not Call of Duty, so you don't need it to be 60 FPS. Like a game like that, honestly, I would rather it be super pretty than anything else. And so far, it looks like it's gonna be a really pretty game.
As long as it stays at 30 frames and it's locked, and they keep it at that, I'm good with that. And then bugs are, it's funny, like other games, I cannot forgive bugs and shit, but for some reason Bethesda, it's like, oh, it's Bethesda, it is what it is, they'll fix it eventually.
Bro, remember
That much.
in Skyrim? Yeah, that one follower, the first follower you get, Lydia. You put a bucket on her head, and she just follows you around everywhere with a fucking bucket on her head.
Skyrim's a shit, man.
Oh, I love Skyrim.
Did you hear about there's like a bunch of like modders. They got together a couple years ago and they're working on their Sky Oblivion. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
They took the whole engine of Skyrim and they're remaking all of Oblivion, but then like they got the support by Bethesda to do it, so they're not like getting DMCA'd.
But the thing is that it's the same engine, so I don't. It's literally the same engine, so I don't know what it is that they're doing that's gonna be different.
Yeah. Well, I think they're just remaking the entire game of Oblivion. It's like basically like a remake.
If they were doing that like in Unreal Engine 5, that would be more impressive. But like if they're doing it in Oblivion or in Skyrim, I'm like, what's gonna be different about it? It's the same, it's the same game, same engine.
Yeah, I liked Oblivion. It was pretty cool.
Oblivion was
But
awesome.
you know what? I remember going back to it, and it's like I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really hope Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, I guess the whole rumored location, or I don't know if it's confirmed yet, is Hammerfell. It's like, all right, you went from humans to Nord, which is basically just more. They're just Viking humans,
Yeah.
and it's like I really like don't go back to humans.
Well, here's why they do it that way. To make like the questing more relatable. Imagine if you're doing a single player game and everybody's a fucking cat. Everybody's a Khajiit.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like the same thing in like I just remember when I was playing like, back in the day when I played Skyrim and I was like reading the lore, all this other shit. The Black Marsh, apparently the lizards or whatever they're called.
Argonians.
Some of their cities are underwater. Yeah, Argonians. Like some of their cities are underwater.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that'd be kind of a cool thing to like be swimming around or something. Kind of reminds me of like Gungans from like Star Wars.
Dude, and that's why I've been hoping for ESO to go crossplay or cross-platform, because you can see all of that shit in ESO.
Yeah, see, that's badass, man. And I just think that ESO is so far along that they're just not going to do crossplay.
Well,
I wish they would.
they are rumored to be working on a new MMO, and I hope it's ESO 2. Is that too next year? That's gonna be 10 years old next year.
Do you think that it's been that long already?
So I really hope that on the 10-year anniversary, they hint at what's next. And next year is gonna be, which is even crazier. Next year is World of Warcraft's 20th year anniversary.
I remember when that thing first came out. It was such a big deal.
Yeah, it came out the same year as Halo 2. And Warcraft, not Warcraft, Half-Life.
Dude, in the mid 2000s, man, we had such incredible games because it was only like 360 came out like a year and a half later, and then it was like 2005, 2006. That's when I think it was 2006 because we got like BioShock, Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed, all of that shit was like all in the same year.
Yep. And a unsung hero from the 360 launch window was this game by a studio. It was a Sega studio called Relic.
I remember that.
They put out a game called Outfit or The Outfit. It was like a military style, like
Mix of RTS or something like that.
yeah, that game was so good.
It was a game that came out on the original Xbox, and I think they had a second one come out on the 360, but it was called Kingdom Come. I think it was Capcom. It may not have been, but I just remember like that game was like an action game. But then you could actually have like troops all around you, and then you have like these like mini battles, and you could actually. It was pretty neat back in the day.
Was it like medieval troops or like modern soldiers?
Fantasy.
Ah, okay.
It was like back, back in the original Xbox days when like Xbox was clearly still the new guy in the block, and then they were experimenting with all kinds of wacky games, allowing them in.
Remember Brute Force?
That was, I actually own that game.
Uh-huh.
Jet Set Radio Future, Brute Force, Toe Jam and Earl 3, like these are some like the games I remember big time on Xbox.
Yep.
Stubbs the Zombie was an awesome game, and then they re-released it on Series X and S.
Phil Spencer, that's one of Phil Spencer's favorite games.
Stubbs.
Yep.
Hey, you played as a zombie.
Every time he's on the podcast, he brings that up.
It was such a cool. I'm surprised it hasn't come back. Like it's such a cool concept. Like he plays a zombie, and it was like this weird like mix of like it's in like the 1950s, but then it had future. It was like Fallout-esque, but not post-apocalyptic. So futuristic tech. Eat people, turn into zombies, and have like your own little army that just like run around. Pretty basic game, but it was fun.
Well, basic games. Sometimes the most creative games are basic.
True.
Sometimes the most creative games are the ones that look like they're basic, and you realize, oh, this game is fucking deep.
Amari?
Nah, that's garbage.
Get the fuck out of here.
Basura, bro.
I'm about to put you in the car.
Every time you say Katamari, I just picture like some like 14-year-old Japanese kid that is just playing on his phone in like Tokyo.
Every time he says that, I just think of bar food, like calamari.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
More bored of people like, oh, you play Katamari? No,
I remember Katamari. I was like on the GameCube, and I honestly thought that was the last time it came out.
It wasn't even on the GameCube.
That's as much as I know.
He's offended now, Shenka.
I am, dude. You're fired.
he just canceled you. You're done.
You are now Basura. Give me all your monies. Hey, fuck.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new One Piece Netflix show? Newest ones. It doesn't look half bad. If you ever watch the anime and stuff, but the show doesn't look that bad. And all I know is like this is the first like anime adaptation Netflix did that the creator has full control and decisions on it.
That's good. I didn't watch the last one they released. But people were hating it. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I did watch the Death Note one, and that was very meh. I never saw the anime.
Oh, I did watch anime back in the day. All I can say about that is like, there's like 2 seasons of it. The first one's incredible. The second one's horrible. It's basically like you can watch the first one and then when it's over, you're good. You don't have to watch the second one.
But Death Note?
Yeah.
I did watch the Ghost in the Shell movie. I didn't hate that. I thought it was decent.
A lot of hate because like Scarlett Johansson, like they're like, oh, it has to be an Asian woman. The only thing I can say about that, it's like it takes place in the future, where like people literally like can have like their brain or something like that and have an entire like robot body.
Yeah.
It's not that far out, but I understand why though.
Yeah, but when they think about like a movie like that, what Asian woman has a star power to sell tickets? I can't think of one Asian actress that could have sold tickets for that movie.
Unfortunately, I can't think of.
Lucy Liu?
She was like 50 back then.
Don't give a fuck. Still can get it.
Last time
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say the last time I saw her in anything was Kill Bill.
I think it was like Charlie's Angels, like the last one I think I saw.
Been quite some time.
She hasn't done anything since. I'm trying to remember what her name is, but I cannot. She played in the. She just won the Oscar for Best Actress for like the Everything and Everywhere All at Once.
I tried watching that movie. That movie was so fucking boring, bro.
It's good.
It was.
But man, it's a watch. It's you have to try.
I saw it up to when they go to see the lady at the office to get some sort of like loan approved or some shit.
Yeah.
And I guess they got denied, and then we're going back to the elevator, and I was like, yo, I can't watch this fucking movie anymore. This movie is fucking bad. That was like a good half hour.
Funny enough, like right then, that's when it started getting like crazy. After. It's a wacky ass movie. It's weird. Damn, I actually got people, my friends, playing Borderlands 2. It's random.
Borderlands still popping.
I think there's gonna be another one anytime soon.
Like it's Gearbox, he's making these fucking lame ass games. What was
They
that?
got bought out. They got bought by Embracer Group, and then like Embracer like lost a monumental amount of money or something recently. So they started like getting rid of like studios left and right.
Yeah,
It's like big bust on games.
yeah. I don't know where they were getting all this money from, but they were buying a bunch of studios. There wasn't putting anything out. So how do you sustain a development house like that when none of those studios are putting anything out that anyone's buying?
Yeah, I was surprised like when they were going on a spending spree, and I'm like, who are these people? Like, where do they come from?
Yeah, didn't they buy like IO Interactive or Eidos, one of those two?
Yeah, they bought Eidos. I actually looked it up. I was like, they bought Eidos Montreal, Crystal Dynamics, THQ Nordic, bought a whole bunch of stuff. Gearbox. It's like they're actually not big name studios, but they're well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Apparently, like Embracer Group owns the rights for Tomb Raider because of Crystal Dynamics, and apparently they bought the rights for Lord of the Rings to make games.
Really?
Like, yeah. Because I'm looking it up, and it's like, so in 2022, they bought the licensing rights for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Apparently, they have 5 Lord of the Rings games in development, but it's like, holy, like what? Hey, I forgot they own Deep Silver too.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, but other than Dead Island, what has Deep Silver put out?
I think that's like their big ticket thing. I don't know what else they put out. I'm pretty sure they had some other stuff. Oh, Saints Row. Actually, let me make sure because I think I saw Metro, but I think they published that.
Saints Row. I haven't thought about that shit in so long.
Apparently they published Metro, like the Metro series, Saints Row, and then they developed Dead Island. It's crazy. One thing that really sucks though, like, because Embracer Group, like, I remember they like, lost out on a deal and they lost like $1 billion or something.
Wow.
And I guess they're banking on that. just sucks though because it's like they bought all these small studios, and of course like they're not gonna be like, oh well, here we're just gonna let you guys go be your own thing. It's like no, they're gonna close them, keep the IP rights, and then push everything together, and we're gonna lose like games because they're not gonna be developed anymore.
For now, I'm here. And I miss you. But for now, I'm here.
Who goes there? Oh, Schenker left. It's randomly left, huh?
Let's see. Look, tough tech. Was you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What happened to Schenker?
I don't know. I think you scared him away.
Probably.
Yeah, Schenker just randomly leaves sometimes.
Sometimes like I do.
Very rude.
Wait, wanna fuck?
Maybe.
Okay.
You got candy?
I'm gonna cure your rudeness. He's a rude boy.
A word?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Jugi? Oh?
You gay hoe. I call him Yu-Gi-Oh! You gay hoe. I belong in this society.
Do you?
You gay.
Jugi ho.
I'm just cleaning up my fucking room because this shit's a mess. Trying to get rid of shit I don't need.
Yeah, I need to do the same. I need to go wash. I need to wash my car. I think I need to do that tomorrow.
Got a bit dirty.
My car still got that springtime gunk on it from all the trees.
Oh yeah. Car also has bird shit.
Bird shit. It's got pollen.
You name it.
All the crap. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow's good. I'm gonna take a break from gaming. I'm gonna do some real life shit tomorrow. I also,
Break now.
I
Just
also,
listen to music.
yeah. I also ordered a replacement like water pump from my washing machine because that shit was failing to like drain the water.
Ew, dirty water.
So if it can't drain the water because the pump is bad, it'll just throw an error and it won't finish a cycle. I ordered a pump off of Amazon. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I'm gonna take my shit apart and I'm gonna install it.
Time when we didn't have to label someone as a he or him or she or her.
That would be nice. I mean, I don't do that shit anyway.
I know most of these tournaments do.
Like, if you want to identify as trans, that's cool. But if you identify as trans and you're presenting yourself as a girl, but you have a dude's name, like, why?
It's confusing.
Yeah. luckily, I've never dealt with anyone like that. I work with a few people that are trans, and it's been gravy. Like, this person has a female name, so that makes it super easy. But the motherfuckers that want to dress and do their hair and makeup and shit like a girl, but then they have a fucking beard. Like, what the fuck are you? Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, pick one, dude. Pick one and stick with it.
Stag, I think.
Huh?
Instead of drag, they call that stag.
like a moose.
I think so. I think that's what it's called. When a female guy has a feminine. I'm so fucking confused. I can't.
Pick one, dude. Not hard. Doesn't need to be hard.
Look. Look. I apologize.
Yo, there's a guy in Diablo. His name is QAnon Shaman.
QAnon show. Oh no.
That was that dude with the buffalo fucking headpiece that went to go raid the Capitol. Yeah, like the American flag face paint, and he had the buffalo helmet.
Oh my god. That shit was. Oof. Didn't they all get in trouble for that shit?
Oh, that dude's in jail.
Motherfuckers are idiots. Motherfuckers.
Like, they should have known better. You can't just fucking break into a Capitol building. That's a federal crime. Like, what are you doing?
They were overpowered too by a bunch of those motherfuckers.
But on the same.
I'm surprised the security guards didn't even use their guns.
Well, yeah, have you seen the videos that got leaked? Security footage
them.
where the cops actually let them in.
Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they got let in, bro.
Well, weren't they let in like in the beginning when they had like their what's it called? Some of them went earlier to get, showcased, I guess. Like a tutorial around the whole place. And the next day they fucking showed up again.
Oh, so they did the tour,
Yeah.
and that's how they learned the layout.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that fucking shit. The bulbs are loose. No, that one's easy. This one is just like, what the fuck happened? The bulbs are loose. So watch out. It's fucking dumb how it came off. Let's talk about that. They did the fucking tour. I saw some of them known about it. How would you have felt if they would have, like, took the lives of these politicians? Okay.
How would I felt?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, how would you have felt?
That would have been the worst case scenario.
It was very close. Some of them are hiding in certain spots.
I don't think anyone was over there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they got like underground chambers. Go somewhere else.
I hope so. Like, if it ever becomes like wartime, they need a place to. I'm sure those buildings have bunkers, like underground bunkers and shit like that.
Well, the White House certainly does. That's for sure. What else the White House has equipped? That bitch probably has a force field.
A force field, like a sci-fi movie.
I think they penetrated.
But here's the thing, though. You saw worst case scenario on January 6th. On the other side of that argument, everybody else that was doing the other kind of protests, those motherfuckers were literally setting towns on fire and breaking into people's houses like civilians, breaking and damaging and looting businesses from people who live in their own communities.
Just don't understand that. What's that gonna solve?
Exactly. Like why do that to your own people?
Just up in France. That shit's even worse.
Yeah, over there's I didn't look into it too much, other than whatever's happening is happening because a kid got killed by the cops, I think.
It was the gun thing, because the cops implemented they could use a gun if something with traffic violation or something like that. Something stupid, but it was like a gun death that rarely happens because, you know, in Europe there's not many gun deaths. So it's like someone gets shot, it's a big deal over there. Compared to America, it's like, oh, okay, it's like every day.
I think well, I don't want to say all of Europe, at least in the UK, guns are banned. Not even the police have guns.
Smart, but then again, they'll make other weapons like knives and shit.
Yeah, like people are getting like stabbed in the UK. Like being robbed at knife point. You gotta be a special motherfucker to stab somebody over their bag or whatever.
It's very popular in the UK.
It's rough over there.
wanted to get Street Fighter 6, but I'm trying to save up money for different games. There's too many good games this year.
I don't know, like Street Fighter 6 doesn't do anything for me personally. Mortal Kombat, on the other hand, looks fucking awesome.
That's also a good one.
That also comes out in September.
Good games for this fall.
Did you see the new trailer?
Um,
He dropped the new story
I've
trailer.
seen- well, not the story trailers, but something with like Johnny Cage just fucking destroying somebody in like a pool house.
That
stage. That shit was
was
fucking dope.
yeah, that was last month's trailer, story trailer. You should see it. It's a pretty cool trailer. There's two. They released a story trailer that's like 3.5 minutes long. Then they released a 30-second trailer of the combat pack for the DLC characters. They're releasing that now because I guess it's like Comic-Con in California. So I guess they need something to show there.
They've been doing a lot of shit at Comic Cons of late. Even Bandai Namco was doing some at Con. Especially the Anime Con, I think it was.
Everything has a con nowadays.
Goris placed it. You gay hoe.
asking me to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Nah, bruh. I can't do it. I'm not into like card games.
I like card game I'm really into. Which is interesting because I never used to be into card games at all.
The only game like that I ever got into was Hearthstone.
And Next Door Neighbors into that. I don't know anything about it though.
It's a deck building game like Yu-Gi-Oh is. Yu-Gi-Oh!
You gay ho! Ad. Right. Twitch is fucking broken. Restarted.
What's broken?
Twitch. Trying to watch the Melee tournament and this fucking shit's loading an ad forever.
They don't have that on YouTube?
Nah, it's a Twitch thing.
Just Twitch Rivals thing?
No, it's just a Twitch stream. That's how they organize these tournaments. It's a big tournament for Melee.
Oh, it's okay. It's almost like an Evo,
Yeah.
but for specifically Melee.
We got 9,000 views. Oh, 9,000 watches, I should say.
Over 9,000?
Yeah. What, 9,000?
Don't let Vegeta find out. He's gonna get pissed.
Hold on, it's getting too much. So long, but don't start to rush. Take your time, clear your mind.
Vegeta.
Don't make it too tough. Made it.
Prince Vegeta. You should get yourself a Vegeta wig. That'd be badass.
I can't now. I don't act like Vegeta. I don't have crazy amount of pride. I don't give a fuck. More like Goku. I want to break limits.
You don't give a damn like Goku?
Give a damn like Goku. Every time I look at the clock, it always says 9:11. That's just fucking scary.
9:11?
Times. Yeah.
I'm like that sometimes. I look at the clock and it says 4:20. Like it's almost like every day I look at the clock at the same time and it happens to be 4:20.
It rarely happens for 4:20. 9:11 happens all, or even 11:11. Then again, I'm usually busy at 4:20. I don't really look at my time.
It's usually when my day starts to wind down. Most of the heavy lifting has been done by then. Mucho fuego?
Mucho fueguito.
Fueguito?
I don't know if that's a word. Just made it up. You
Fueg-
can surely tell me what it is.
Fueguito.
Oh, it's Quito.
Ito, yeah.
I've also given up drinking soda.
So does the devil.
I love soda to death, but I can't do it. It fucks with my sugar levels and I don't know, start to gain weight because of all the sugar.
Yep.
Let me just stop. So all I've been doing is drinking water and juice.
Agua?
As boring as that sounds.
Nah, that's what I've been doing.
No alcohol for me, ever.
I'm not big on booze either.
I know most of our friends that fat kids eat love the booze. Always talking about their breweries and their fucking beer.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that shit. I'll drink socially, like when there's a bunch of people around, but I'm not gonna drink just because.
I know people who are like that. I'm just like, I don't know. I can think of better things to do. Like make world records, baby.
Like if there's a bunch of people together, barbecue, something like that, sure, I'll drink. But hey, let's have a beer just because it's Thursday. What? Why?
I love it. Because it's Thursday, my man. You know what goes on Thursdays?
It's Thursday.
It's like beer Thursday, then beer Friday, and then beer Saturday.
Like, nah, get out of here with that shit, bruh. Well, the motherfuckers that can't wait for their shift to end so you can go straight to the bar. I'm like, bruh, it's Tuesday. What are you doing, bruh? What are you doing, bruh?
What am I doing?
No,
Watching Melee and fucking playing Horizon. I wasn't gonna try hard tonight with Katamari. I only got one more record left. I actually got one of
calamari.
Katamari. That's right. Ford XB Falcon is fucking nasty in A class.
Used to be or is.
It is. It's a good rear-wheel drive power / handle build. It's fucking raining now. Fuck.
Can I help you? Praise the Father.
Damn, 214? I think it's fucking stupid.
Bruto?
Is that what stupid means?
Bruto means that you're.
Stupido. Yeah, ugly.
Well, a bruto is someone that does things like a brute. Like they force their way through things. So basically, someone who's stupid.
I thought it meant. Oh, I thought it meant ugly.
Feo is ugly. But a bruto can be ugly. El Bruto. Not to be confused with El Puto.
Bruh.
Be wary on the road.
It's a wet floor. Oh no.
Is it slippery?
Not good for rear-wheel drive. now the floor dried up. Very nice. Man, that's not easy. Oh man, it's not easy, bro. I noticed that a lot of transgender and people of that nature play Katamari, especially in streaming.
Really?
I wonder why this game brings people with those type of things. The whole background and everything. Maybe it's colorful? Like, Katamari is a unique game. On Twitch, I see a lot of that. They always label themselves as transgender, LGBTQI plus whatever.
They, them,
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Yeah. Which I don't understand. I don't even give a shit about pronouns. I never grew up on that shit, so it's stupid to me.
It is real stupid.
If I gotta tell what man or female,
So unnecessary.
that they have to label it. We never labeled that shit back when I was a kid.
Yeah, you never needed to. We're living in the look at me generation. Look at what I'm doing. Notice me. I'm different. Nah, bruh. You ain't special. You ain't special, bruh. Tell him, Kofi's.
We ain't special. Definitely not. Just play my game and mind my business. While the world changes right in front of my eyes.
El Mundo?
Telemundo.
Ooh. Telemundo. With a guy named Raymundo.
Looks at the moon though.
And he's looking at the moon, though. Telemundo con Raymundo.
But the moon though.
Where did the moon go?
Where'd the moon go?
I don't know. Ask Raymundo.
Huh. Boy, these boys are not gonna like me with a Unimog small ass course.
Uh-oh. You know, push him out the way.
They gotta figure out how to get past me.
Unimog. I really hope the crew crushes it when it comes out. It's almost like they learned from their own mistakes with the crew too, and they learned from turn 10s or playground games mistakes too.
So we'll see what happens. See what it looks like.
My biggest concern is I hope that map isn't too small.
I don't think it will be. I just hope it's not too big.
There's no such thing as a map that is too big.
That crew map for the crew 2 was fucking wild.
Oh, that map is that map was beautiful. I wish Horizon had a big ass map like that. Imagine somebody logs in and they're like, "Yo, where you at? I'm in Louisiana, bro. You need to drive all the way down here." What part of the map you at? Oh, I'm in Kansas. But it's not in the straight roads.
You're there. Please help us get out of here.
No such thing. But you know what though? Now that the crew's doing an island and they're doing a Hawaiian island,
I love it.
imagine what they do next is Japan. Like a crew version of Japan. Oh my god, I'm salivating.
But who knows? Crew seems like it's popping off. Let him cook.
Yeah, Motorstorm looks fucking awesome. And it's got bikes, 600 cars. I'm sure that with that number includes bikes and boats and helicopters, or airplanes rather. Still a lot of vehicles.
How many vehicles?
600 at launch.
God damn.
Yep.
They were all about to lose to a Unimog, and then I got third place at the last 2 corners. Like, fuck sakes, I can't hold them down all the time.
Like the game when it comes out doesn't have to be perfect. I just hope it's good enough to keep me entertained until Motorsport comes out
I think it will be.
and beyond.
Take a break from Horizon and just do something really fun.
Bro, that game is gonna be it's about to be 2 years old this fall.
Oh no. I took that corner way too inside.
You know what I wouldn't mind with a Horizon? Because they already gave us UK in Horizon 4. I wouldn't mind going back to the Horizon 2 world. But instead of being a little bit of Italy, all of Italy.
Horizon 1 and 2 remaster.
That
And all of it can be on, playable, like off-road and everything. No barriers, no none.
a Horizon 1 remaster, and that's like an easy layup for them.
It is. Just gotta figure out how to fucking, make everything drivable. Like the barricaded roads. Shouldn't be too hard though.
Easy layup. They'll release that next year. That'll be their 2024 game. While they still work on a true Horizon 6 or whatever. Just do a Horizon 1 remaster or remake with that awesome soundtrack. It's got to have every single song from that soundtrack. Or maybe not, because
Some of it licensed and they gotta renew the license and all that shit. So
well, not only that, it's a soundtrack from it's a very 2012 soundtrack. Some of those songs
we're so good.
they are, but they might not hold. They may not be. I'm afraid because I haven't heard those songs in forever.
I remember the soundtrack.
I hope that soundtrack is not. I hope it's timeless.
English.
Words. I'm also fighting a fucking boss. So I'm thinking about Forza. I'm fighting a boss in Diablo. Words are hard.
Yeah, sure.
Boss defeated.
Been getting into emulation too, especially with PS2. I actually found the legendary Katamari Damacy demo, the very first one that feels like a beta or an alpha.
The Masi?
Yeah. Very first alpha beta demo of the game.
The Master Beta?
The master beta.
It doesn't get more hardcore than the Master Beta.
Master.
El Master Beta. Like Lord Beta. Like Star Wars. Lord Veda.
I will take a shit on you, my lord.
Big old poop.